Russian warships arrive in the Philippines for a goodwill visit amid rising tensions in the South China Sea. The destroyers Admiral Chibats and Vinogradov, classified as large, anti-submarine ships, docked in Manila, along with the Admiral Irkut, a large sea tanker, according to the Philippine news agency. It is the second time this year Russian vessels have docked in the Philippines. In early January, 3 Russian naval ships docked in the Philippine capital, for what was described as a visit to further enhance and sustain the promotion of peace, stability and maritime cooperation. The most recent arrival comes just months before the two countries are due to sign a naval cooperation agreement, likely in July, which will reportedly involve more joint training exercises and reciprocal port visits. Moscow's growing ties with the Philippines and presence in the region come at a time of increased tensions in the South China Sea. The Philippines government said hundreds of Chinese vessels, including some military ships, had been spotted around Thitu Island in the Spratly chain, which is controlled by Manila but claimed by Beijing. The Chinese flotilla began appearing around Thitu in December and January, about the time Manila began construction on the contested maritime feature. Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte warned Beijing to leave Thitu Island alone, threatening military action in response to any Chinese aggression. China and the Philippines are just two of the many countries who lay claim to large portions of the South China Sea, along with Vietnam, Malaysia and Brunei. South Korean national newspaper reports North Korea is building what is estimated to be a 3,000-ton submarine. It is suggested it could be capable of launching ballistic missiles which can easily reach the United States and beyond. A senior military spokesman said that large quantity of components, presumably needed to build a 3,000-ton sub, which the North has been developing, have turned up recently at a shipyard in Senpo, South Hamgyong Province. He added that they have also spotted a floating dock deployed off Senpo, apparently for a missile test. Satellite images taken in March shows cylindrical components. It is speculated they are bulkheads which will be welded together to form the submarine's hull. None of the components could be seen from space last year. This means construction has been underway, just weeks after the June Singapore summit between Kim and U.S. President Donald Trump, and the one in Vietnam last February. The North already has a 2,000-ton submarine. This is said to be capable of carrying only one ballistic missile. Yet the new sub could deploy 3 or 4. This is still far behind the capability of other nuclear powers. The Royal Navy, for example, has 4 15,000-ton subs that each can launch 16 Trident nuke missiles. The United States Navy, meanwhile, has 14 Ohio-class boats, which are about similar size and firepower as the British ones. India and Sri Lanka agreed to enhance bilateral cooperation in the defense sector, in the areas of security and defense, including regional security and training Sri Lankan military personnel, as Foreign Secretary Sanjay Mitra called on President Maithripala Sirisena. Mitra arrived on a 2-day visit to Sri Lanka, during which he participated in several high-level defense cooperation meetings. He also met his counterpart Hemasiri Fernando and Chief of Defense Staff Admiral Ravindra Wijayanaratne, besides visiting the central town of Kandy and the north-central town of Anuradhapura.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like the channel and want to support, please support on Patreon or PayPal. The details are given below in the description.